So let's look at strategy number one, profit maximizer strategy number one, install a predictable growth engine. So this is something we would do in the level one preparation, and the predictable growth engine consists of three things: a marketing strategy, actionable metrics. Okay, it's the old adage, you can only manage what you can measure. One of the things we recommend to everybody is use the Covey Institute 4DX management system, 4 disciplines of execution, and really get these lead measures sorted out, and also the tools and tactics specific to the stage in the marketing process. And it's the old adage, success leaves footprints. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. Learn from what other people have done and then leverage their expertise. So the predictable growth engine consists of three components. The very first thing is to understand the psychology of human intimacy and human behavior, because ultimately, no matter what business you're in, you are selling to another human being. And if we don't understand this, our marketing is going to be off, and our growth engine will never work effectively, because we're selling to the screen and not to the person behind the screen. And there are 8 steps in this system. This is based on the psychology of human intimacy. And there are 8 steps to this system which give you this predictable growth engine. Awareness, engagement, subscription. Those are your lead generation activities. Conversion, excitement, and ascension. Those are your sales process. And then advocacy and promotion is your remarketing and your real business growth at the back end of the funnel. So those are the 8 steps. And the first thing we need to do is to understand, who are we going to sell to? And most people, again, get this wrong. They have some clients, the clients come in randomly, then maybe not the ideal client, they're not the best fit for their product, but they're the clients they've got, so they're the ones they tend to go after. We would much rather you take a much more deliberate approach and look at your products and services, look at your potential customers, and then optimize your sales and marketing process to go for the best product market fit. So you can see from this simple analysis, selling products number 1 and product number 2 to client group number 3 is the sweet spot for our marketing. Okay, we want to avoid client group number 5 like the plague, and products number 6 and 7 don't have any real value. So don't even develop them. Focus on the products that you are looking at. So again, products 1 and 2 seem to be the sweet spot, and you've got 2 or 3 client groups. Now, each of these avatars should have a separate marketing strategy. The languaging, the benefit statement would be different for each one, but this is how you choose the people that you market to. Okay, so give yourself the best opportunity to mix your product or present your product to the ideal client group. Then once you know who you're selling to, you can then map out your sales strategy. And as we said, at the awareness stage, a client is becoming aware of you. They're seeing that this is the lowest level of intimacy. It's the lowest level of engagement. They find out about you, they hear you from a referral, and they come and check you out. Then you get them to hang around. They're reading your content. You're providing some sort of value. They're watching video or seeing you post on social media. And this way, they're beginning to get to know you. They're building the trust. They're building the intimacy. And eventually, you can convert them from a suspect, a prospect, into a lead when you offer them something of really high value, some piece of content that they are then willing to trade their email for. And once you've got their contact information, they're now a lead. And now the cost of your marketing reduces significantly, because you can remarket to them through a house email list for much, much less cost than it does to go through paid advertising and lead generation devices. So the goal here is to get them to subscribe, give them real value to get them to subscribe as quickly as possible. Then when you've got them in conversation, you provide them real value to move them into that buying mindset where they want to buy your core offer. Another thing that we find with a lot of clients is they're not maximizing the average customer value. They sell something once and that's it. But there's a lot of money that gets left on the table. Jay Abrams said there's only 3 ways to grow a business: get more customers, sell more to them, or sell to them more often. So we apply the sell more to them and sell more often in what we call the ascension ladder, which is where you can upsell your product or services. So you can have a gold, silver, platinum level of service. You can sell additional products and services. So you can sell cross sells. So for example, if you were selling a mountain bike, which is your core product, you could also sell the helmets and the water bottles and the clothing, which you're not making, but it increases the average customer value. And then the ultimate goal is to get some sort of retainer relationship with your clients so that you have that continued ongoing revenue. And typically, in a service industry, you would see potentially up to 70% churn on your clients in a basic service relationship. If you're on a monthly retainer with some sort of SaaS product or some sort of subscription service, you can reduce your churn rate down to as little as 3%. So it's hugely important to try and find a way to get that retainer option in place. Then when you've got happy customers, this is when we go for closing the loop to get those testimonials and case studies. This gives you social proof, which is one of the biggest factors in moving people through their through the buying decision. And ultimately, we leverage our successful customers to turn them into promoters who will actively promote our brand, and that feeds them the top of the tunnel to bring more people into awareness. So this is the strategy that we help business owners implement, and this is the most efficient way of building out your marketing strategy for your particular avatar. Obviously, as we said, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. So we recommend that everybody implements a growth scorecard. And this is tied to those 8 stages of the marketing strategy. And this is something that you should really get the culture of your team to focus on running this growth scorecard to maximize the value of every single element of the funnel so that you really optimize for value. And then the final step is, as I said, success leaves footprints. So at every step in the journey, this is a proven system. There are dozens of different tools and tactics that you can apply to optimize the performance at each step in the journey. But the ultimate goal is implement that marketing system, optimize it, and that is the first step to maximizing the profit that you're seeing from your business.